A while back, I did a video about the Dynex monitor that I picked up from a Goodwill. I got it for like $30 or whatever. And I never really got in depth with that video or that particular monitor because I honestly been playing on something else. This right here is my PlayStation 3D TV monitor. I think it's called 3D TV or something like that. I can't remember, but I found this maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. And this monitor is a monitor I basically play like when I'm on the road. I'll take it with me when I'm going out of town or whatever. But I realized how amazing this monitor is. It kind of dawned on me the other day when I was playing my PlayStation 2 on here. And I realized how well this particular monitor is fit for PlayStation products, even up to the PlayStation 5, believe it or not. The thing about this monitor, it accepts component and HDMI. So what does that mean? Well, the PlayStation 2, the best output is component. And the PS3, PS4, PS5 obviously is the thing with the HDMI. It puts that out. So it's perfect for those consoles. Now I didn't mention the PlayStation 1. This monitor and you can find some other ones out there, but this particular monitor actually captures it outputs 240p in component. So if you want to play PlayStation 1 games on here, you literally can. Now obviously you can play PlayStation 1 games on your PS3, but if you natively want to play PlayStation 1 games through 240p, you can do that through component on here, which I find absolutely amazing. So I know that I've been in a rush to find the best HDMI solution, and I still stand by some of these plug-and-play devices. Don't get me wrong, I have a lot of videos for them. You can just check out the channel, the Kaiko stuff, the Caribe. There's some other level hike I did, and some pound cables. I did some on there too. But I just never realized how good this particular device runs, with 240p and 480i natively. It runs it to the point where you may not, if you just want to play with just regular cables and don't want to go to HDMI route, and even if you want to do the PlayStation 3, 4, or 5 through this, you can do that. And I think it's a phenomenal choice. Now, coming across these are hard to find nowadays. They're not really easy to get. You can find some on eBay or whatever. I happened to find this at a pawn shop, and the guy didn't know what he had at the time. I think I bought this back in 2018 or something like that. And I never really was interested in it because it was a 3D device. But if you don't use it for 3D, you just use it for what it is, this is a great device. Now, how do I feel about the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5? Because, like I said, this was made around the PS3 era, and it works just fine with the PS3. If you want to play games at 1080p and get high refresh rates, this is the way to go. Now, I don't think it goes beyond 60, but a solid, consistent 60 frames per second with a very good output as far as image quality, this is an excellent device to even put on your PlayStation 5, which I have done, and I think it's phenomenal. I know a lot of people here want to talk about the 4K stuff and 60 frames per second. You want the high fidelity HDR. I'm going to tell you guys, like, no joke, if you put your device on this, even the PlayStation 4, it looks great. I played Lost Legacy, Uncharted, the Lost Legacy on this device. I played other games on this device. And for the PS4 run 1080p 60 games, beautiful. PS4 Pro, that is. And the PlayStation 5, beautiful. And like I said, it does very well for the PS3, even if you want to play 3D games. And the component aspect of this is the fact that I'm running this right now, Garrow Mark of the Wolves on here, 480i on this monitor. And the 480i comes out very well. There's a little bit of combing artifacts here and there, but I find the image look very good. Pixels, everything. 240p, if you want to play PlayStation 1 games, or a game I like to play, Mega Man X Collection on the PS2, 240p games look great on here as well. I highly recommend it if you can find one. pick it up. Or I would say if you find another monitor or a TV that accepts 240p via component, I highly recommend you pick up one of these. Now, do I recommend the rest, like the PS3, PS4, PS5? I will probably stop at the PS3. But for me, the reason why I say I think it looks good, because for one, I think it actually does look good. And second, I think this is going to be a device. And because it's a PlayStation TV, I think this is going to be a device that I'm going to use for all of my PlayStation stuff. To be quite honest, this even have a mode for PSP as well. Believe it or not, you could get component cables for your PSP and hook it up to here, and it will look fantastic. This PlayStation 3D TV has everything covered for the PlayStation brand. Now, unfortunately, like I said, this came out like in 2010, so I don't know, how would you feel about it now, or trying to find one for that matter. Maybe you're content playing your 4K games or on your PS5 on a big screen TV. I do that sometimes too, especially when I play with my son. Me and him are not playing on this small device, playing on the big TV. PlayStation 4, same thing. The PS4 play PS5 games, so you're good to go there as well. But I really feel, for me, to have an ecosystem all in one place, I probably would just put everything on here and just go along with it. I have no issue with it. I'm good with it. And if I do just want to play another game of higher fidelity, I'll just move the PlayStation 5 somewhere else. But I do feel like this is a missed opportunity for anybody who missed out on, this device. And for people who have pretty much, if you're looking for a device that plays games at a really good frame rate and refresh rate, I would say that, and the image quality is really good. I think this is a great monitor, and unfortunately, I'm like almost two decades too late to talk about it. But I only had it for 5 years. But I wanted to make a video about it because I just think that, this is a pretty unique device. And I know some people made videos about it, but I don't think anybody has talked about it from a gaming perspective. This literally could do everything from 240p up into today's standards, even though some people don't look at 1080p as a today's standard type of thing. But if you think about it, even the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series, they have games that benefit massively for having those games at 1080p. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm all over the place when it comes to this stuff. I don't play a game anywhere. But for me, it just feels like playing Sony games on a Sony device. It's kind of the OCD side of things when it comes to me. And I love it. I absolutely love this device. I love this monitor, and I've been playing a lot of games on it lately, and it just dawned on me to make a video about it, let you guys know. If you find one, I really highly recommend it. I really do. But that's pretty much it for me. There's a lot going on in the gaming world I haven't talked about. I may talk about the Apex Legends situation, not in the sense that everybody else is. I try to put my own perspective on things, so I'll probably do my next video on that. And I'm going to get up out of here. All right, y'all. You have a good night. Peace.